stood in the ashes of his empire, bankrupt, humiliated, abandoned by those he trusted. But from that ruin, he forged a legacy that changed the world. Arjun Mehra was born in a small town where dreams were scarce and survival was the only goal. His parents ran a modest grocery shop, working long hours to feed their family. But Arjun saw beyond the dusty shelves. At 15, he read about entrepreneurs in borrowed magazines, their stories igniting a fire in him. One day, he vowed, I'll build something big. By 18, Arjun left home with little money but endless drive. In the city, he took odd jobs, delivering newspapers, washing dishes, while studying at night. His hustle caught the eye of a local trader who gave him a chance to sell textiles. Arjun learned fast, charming customers and closing deals. By 25, he started his own small clothing shop, pouring every rupee into it. His ambition was unstoppable. Arjun's shop grew into a chain of 5 stores within 3 years. Customers loved his affordable, stylish designs. Local newspapers called him the young king of retail. At 28, he launched a clothing brand, Vivid Threads, dreaming of national fame. Investors poured in, dazzled by his energy. Arjun opened factories, hired hundreds, and moved into a sleek office. But success blinded him. He expanded too fast, opening stores in cities he barely understood. He borrowed heavily, believing sales would always climb. I'm untouchable, he told himself, ignoring warning signs. Rising costs, unsold stock, and a shifting market. Then, the economy crashed. Customers vanished. Arjun's empire began to crack. In one brutal year, Vivid Threads collapsed. Debts piled up, and banks seized his stores. Factories shut down, leaving workers jobless. Arjun declared bankruptcy at 30, owing millions. The media, once his cheerleader, now mocked him. "The king falls," screamed headlines. Friends distanced themselves. His family urged him to return home, but shame kept him away. Alone in a rented room, Arjun spiraled. "I'm a failure," he whispered at night. Self-doubt consumed him. He avoided mirrors, unable to face the man who'd lost it all. The world felt heavy, and for months he barely left his bed. But deep inside, a faint spark flickered, the same fire that drove him as a boy. One rainy evening, Arjun found an old notebook from his early days, filled with ideas and dreams. Reading it, he wept. I wasn't always this broken, he realized. Slowly, he began to reflect. What went wrong? Overconfidence, reckless growth, ignoring advice. He vowed to learn from his mistakes. Arjun started small, taking a job at a garment factory. He worked long hours, studying the industry again. Supply chains, customer needs, trends. At night, he read books on business and psychology, scribbling notes. Fear still haunted him. What if I fail again? He thought. But he pushed forward, saving every rupee. He also faced his past. He wrote letters to former employees, apologizing for the jobs lost. Most didn't reply, but the act freed him from some guilt. Arjun began to rebuild himself. Not just his business, but his heart. He learned humility, patience, and the value of listening. 2 years later, Arjun had an idea. He noticed a gap in the market. Affordable, sustainable clothing for young professionals. But this time, he wouldn't rush. He spent months researching, talking to customers, and testing designs. He called his new brand Rise, a name that mirrored his own journey. With his savings, Arjun launched a single online store. He focused on quality, not quantity, and used social media to share his story. Not as a king, but as a man who'd fallen and stood again. Customers connected with his honesty. Rise isn't just a brand, he wrote. It's proof you can start over. Rise grew steadily. Arjun kept costs low, avoided loans, and reinvested profits. He hired a small team, treating them like family. Unlike before, he sought mentors, valuing their wisdom. When challenges arose, supply delays, competition, he stayed calm, solving problems with focus. By 35, Rise had a loyal following. Its clothes sold across the country, praised for style and ethics. Arjun opened a few physical stores, but only after careful planning. He paid off his old debts, earning respect from those who'd written him off. The media noticed again, but this time, Arjun stayed humble. "I'm not a king," he said in an interview. "I'm just someone who kept trying." His mindset had transformed. Success wasn't about fame or wealth. It was about impact. Arjun started a foundation to train young entrepreneurs, sharing his lessons. "Failure isn't the end," he told them. "It's the start of something wiser." Today at 40, Arjun Mehra is a global icon. Rise is a multi-million-dollar brand known for sustainability and heart. He speaks at conferences inspiring millions with his story, but he never forgets the dark days. "Those losses shaped me," he says. "They taught me to build with care, not ego." Arjun's legacy isn't just his business. It's the lives he's touched. Employees with stable jobs, customers who feel seen, and young dreamers who hear his story and dare to try again. His journey proves that setbacks don't define you. What you do next does. Failure didn't end Arjun's journey. It redirected him to the path of greatness.